Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I have Uncle Doug on the bottom of the screen with me here.
Hey,
Today is going to be probably the least fun you're going to have with me that you've ever had in your life. I'm I'm so sick. But I'm gonna try my best to get through the demo today. So yeah, just bear with me. My voice isn't gonna sound good. I don't think anything's probably gonna sound very good.
hey,
Let's see.
everything that you made looks good.
Yeah, the one day of the week that I came in because I had to design jewelry. Oh man, you guys have no idea what I'm going through right now.
You can kind of hear it though.
Oh man, I can. I'm like, I don't know how you can't hear it on the live because it's like I can't even laugh without it sounding really gross. Hi, Glenna and Peggy, Sherry, Lisa, Cindy, Patty. It's so good to see you guys. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely struggling. So just bear with me. I want to give you the heads up to bear with me. And then if I need anything, Uncle Doug will be there. We'll have some extra trip, or not extra trivia. What am I saying? We have some trivia today, and we might do one less than what Uncle Doug has put out, because I think today is going to be relatively quick. Nothing's very difficult. I mean, there's some painting and some resin work that's going to take a little bit, but other than that, the general connections are pretty easy, just opening and closing a loop or a jump ring and then attaching from there. We will do a little riveting with this. Let me slide it up here. This Black-Eyed Susan necklace that I made. You can call it a Black-Eyed Susan or a sunflower, one or the other. So we will be riveting that one, and then we'll have some resin work in this daisy motif ring that I have painted like a Black-Eyed Susan / sunflower, and then tried to keep the bead combo on the inside, the smashed beads, kind of the sunflowery Black-Eyed Susan coloring, so we have some like white and yellow and black in there. But I'll tell you what, these little flowers were just
Ooh,
darling to paint.
that's pretty.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't see that from the top down view.
right. So in the picture, I actually
Yeah,
have this one
yeah,
stood
okay.
up
Yeah,
so
yeah, no,
then they could see. Because it was a little hard to tell from one of the pictures for sure. I appreciate you too, Lisa. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys too.
Gene's got a great sense of humor. Maybe Doug can do the look at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Um,
Oh, maybe.
you
Yeah, just maybe.
probably don't want to see my face up close either
Oh,
because it's so. I've been drinking so much water, but my face has just been flaking away. I feel like I'm just disappearing into the universe over here. Um, but we'll still do the look at the end. I mean, there's not a whole lot of jewelry here, and I do apologize for that because usually I have things that are way more in depth and prepared, but I've been home sick, and Ian's been sick, and my two puppies got sick, and I had to take one of them to the vet acute care, and it's just not been great over at my house. So, just keep me in your thoughts if you wouldn't mind. But let's start digging into this. See which one I want to start out with here. Let's start off with probably. We'll do our riveting one first because we'll save my favorite for first, or we'll do my favorite for first, because usually I save that one for last. But let's do this daisy, not the daisy motif ring, but this Black Eyed Susan sunflower necklace. I made it a choker because it sits really, really pretty when it's up high on your neck like that.
I'm glad
I
you
will
I'm glad
try.
you brought in these flowers and stuff too, because I'm thinking getting out of winter.
Oh, I know.
We're
I
pretty
don't.
much.
I only can tolerate being sick in the wintertime. If I'm sick in the summertime, don't talk to me ever. I hate being sick when it's nice out. I mean, I hate being sick in general, but when it's nice out, it just makes it that much worse.
All right, well, you can flink me off now.
All right, sounds good. Okay. Let me make sure I don't. My brain, you guys. My brain is not there. My brain is mush today, so just bear with me. Because honestly, I didn't even think about knocking Uncle Dog off the screen, so there's strike one. Alright, let's bring up a sampler pack first. Now, the sampler pack today is going to have everything that you need to make the pieces that I made today. So the earrings, the necklace, or both necklaces, and that bangle bracelet. Put that up on screen there for a second. So my sampler pack will have, or is coming with, one of the steel hammered bangles, or cuff, whatever terminology you like using for the bracelet. It'll come with one of the daisy motif rings, which is a size 8, pewter based, antique silver plated, or silver antique plated. You'll get 2 of these brass based vintage gold plated, or coated. I would say coated because this isn't our plating, and I wouldn't say that it's up to par to our plating either. It does get just like a tiny, there's like a little flake that you'll see, but nothing that's crazy. So do note that these are older pieces, and it's not up to our standards for plating, so that's why we're calling it a coating. And then you're also going to get 6 of the 6-petal floral blanks here. Those are natural brass. So you'll get 6 of those. And then you'll get 16 of the washer blanks here. Which you guys have seen these washers a couple times. These ones are smooth. The other ones that I used are pinwheels, but these ones are smooth, which I thought was perfect for the center of the Black Eyed Susan, or the sunflower design. Thanks, Glenna. Aww. I don't think it's stainless. Jean can probably specify on that. It might be. I cannot say, because I don't know for sure. I just know that it's steel. But the hammered cuff is really beautiful. Oh yeah, Corian's very sick, Jean. Very sick, so just bear with me. I try to tell everybody at the beginning of the live today. But yes, I'm trying to be, but I will not come close to being my normal self today. So this is what you'll get in that sampler pack, cart 100. They are not stainless. It is raw steel, ideal for plating or bluing. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Let me just pop up a couple of Vintage's comments here because that will just help me that much more. So the gold butterflies here that I was talking about earlier, it is a plating, but it isn't a flex plating like our Vintage pieces, so expect flaking if you hammer them, especially if you hammer them. But it is an older plating, so you'll see just some spotting back there for where some of that has already flaked off, just from probably just being in the bulk bag with, however many pieces are in there together. Yeah, so this is a really good sampler pack. It does come with everything that you need to make at least each of the designs that I have made for you guys today. So with the sampler pack now, I'm gonna pull these off, and we're gonna actually keep one of those on because we need our Black Eyed Susan, or two of those on, and then two of these on as well. I'm gonna pull these off. And I do have bulk packs for these too, so you can get the sampler pack if you want to make sure that you have everything you need to make this whole collection. Otherwise, if you want to stock up on some of these bulk packs too, that's good. Here we go. And that's for the cuff. It's raw steel, ideal for plating or bluing. So, just wanted to make sure I pop those ones up. Did you get your boyfriend's sickness? Yeah, I did. I definitely did. I was a trooper there for a while. Ian's been sick for probably 2 weeks now. I've been sick since last Wednesday, so a week. So I don't know when this is supposed to end. Because he's feeling a little bit better, but he's still pretty sick. So just hoping that it gets better sooner than later, because nobody likes feeling like junk. Nobody. Okay. Alright, I also need a rivet. So RV040 is the rivet that I usually go with. It's that little rivet with the open hole there. And that's solid brass, so I need to pull one of those. And then that should probably get us pretty started for this little sunflower Black-Eyed Susan. If anything, I'm gonna have to tell, like, if Ian gets sick, I'm gonna make him go stay at his parents' house or something. And be like, you can't get me sick. Like, I cannot be sick, ever. It's not good. Alright, so we are going to hammer the crap out of these 6 petal blanks. And we want a pretty heavy hammered texture because it's going to give you that petal look. You guys can see the texture in there. So I'll hammer it up quite a bit, and then we'll add some paints to our washers and our flowers as well. And don't forget to use the rounded side, because that's how you're going to get those little notches. looks pretty good. Do this next one here. Also, does anybody have any shows coming up to sell your jewelry at? My dad has invited me back down in April to join another one of their really big trade shows down there. So depending if I can do that, I am hoping to get down there to Virginia and do another show in April. Flu A. I don't know what it is, Peggy. I've had pneumonia before, and this seems pretty like in cahoots with pneumonia. But I mean, it could be RSV, it could be pneumonia, it could be the flu, it could be a combination of, whatever. I don't know. So I'm just being a trooper, and we're trooping it out. Just drinking some water, and I filled my lemonade bottle with water. So we're hydrating and trying to eat good foods, whatever foods will stay down, because I'm also having trouble keeping food down in my belly. Probably another reason why my brain fog is just so bad. Alright. We don't have to hammer the washer. If you wanted to hammer the washer, totally cool, but I did, my intent to not hammering it was to give the different textures. So the middle there on the black washer is smooth, but then you have the texture in the petals. So that was kind of the thought behind not hammering these washers and only the 6-petal blanks. Oh, you're talking about the bluing process for maybe that's a masterclass or something that that can be done. I don't know if we have the appropriate what do you call them, chemicals for that, but I think that would be really neat. Thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate you guys. But trust me, if I feel that I really that I need to go in, I will definitely go in, but I don't think that I'm quite at that point, because I'm managing and tolerating what my body's doing right now, but who knows, we might have to get some antibiotics or something, I don't know. I've been using, speaking of sick and stuff, I've been using Vicks, which has helped a lot. The warehouse grinds to a stop if Corian is sick. Yeah, so that's why we're here. We gotta keep going, and we're scheduled too, so I want to make sure that that I'm giving you ladies what you expect every week. I mean, even if this one's a little bit less of a fun live, or the designs might be a little bit easier, but you guys should know how much I appreciate you if I'm coming in and doing this while I'm sick, because I do. I appreciate all you ladies and all the time and stuff that you spend with me. I don't want to make you guys reschedule on my behalf either. So, we're gonna hit this with some ochre paint. And is ochre the same, Jean, between the antique line and the paint line? For some reason, both my labels say ochre, so I just wanted to make sure. But you're gonna need your heat gun potentially for this to help it dry a little bit faster to adhere, because you want it to be a light coat, so you can still see the texture there, but you don't want it to be like super light, because then it'll pool. And so you just have to ochre and ochre yellow. Okay. Oh, bless you guys. But anyway, so the Vicks Vapor Rub, I started using that last night, and it helped a little bit, but there's another yellow that I'm looking for here. It might have been this one. Pale yellow. Okay, so ochre and pale yellow. So I started with the pale yellow first, and I'm actually going to put this on a mat here. It's already colored, but oh well. So I'm going to start with the light yellow. There's just a hint of color variation in the petals. So I just put like a little bit of the pale yellow down. I probably should have shook that a little bit better. In the antique line. And then I'm going to spread that with a silicone brush here. Nothing crazy, just super light. This also helps the paint adhere a little bit better. The top coat, at least. I don't want anything super beautiful or super, super covered, so we're just gonna do like that. And on the other side. So, oh, that color difference is way more up there. I'm adjusting this one a little bit, because this one's a little more yellow, and I think I started pouring it out before I had it mixed all the way, so that's why you saw the two different yellow colors there. It's a little bit better. Just light, because I still want to see that flowering, that hammeredness. Take the heat gun to it. You don't need it super, super dry, because now I'm going to pull some of these pooling spots. And probably left some of that up too, because I don't think that I need that much paint on it. And I'm just going to pull up some of this, because thin, but I don't want it like not visible. I just want a little bit of color variation. A little bit more off this one here. Okay. So hitting it with that pale yellow first, and then we're going to come in with the ochre. We're going to go the paint because it's more opaque. Make sure you shake these up really good. Alright, we're going to pull that darker yellow around, and then we'll hit it with the heat gun. We want to spread this color all over the flower though. This one I would keep kind of not like super thick, but a little bit thicker than the pale yellow that you had put down first. Drag those around. You can see our hammered area. Okay, I might need just a little bit more over here. I think we got it covered. Sweet. Alright, then the heat gun. And we'll let those dry for a minute. And then let's paint our washers here. And we're going to paint those suckers black. If you have the antique line and you want it to look a bit more opaque, so this is the black in the antique line. So this one's going to be a little bit more watery, right? So to accomplish an opaque look with the antique line, because I didn't pull an onyx, which this is probably helpful for quite a bit of you anyway. If you only have the one line instead of the other line, you can get opaque colors but with the antique line by using this technique. So you blot it on your paper towel there, and then you're going to take your heat gun, and then you're going to pat it while drying the metal. It'll flip, it might get a little frustrating, but it's doable. This is how I did mine. Especially if you want just like, the texture of the Black-Eyed Susan, and like the black part of the Black-Eyed Susan is textured, but this kind of gives it that texture. Here you go. Opaque. And you can do that same, with like any of the colors that I've tried, the paper towel and drying at the same time as you're patting it, it always works for me. So I think that generally will work with any of the colors. Those are pretty dry now. Okay. Let me put a cap on my paint here. Flip one of your washers over, because your black part is going to be the part that's showing. Which, if you want a double-sided flower, I suggest painting the backs of these two, but we're not going to do that today. but I would probably paint them before you rivet it together. So do make note of that if you're a front and back painter. And then we're gonna slide our actually I want a little more. Let me get I'm gonna relief this a bit here with my relief block. Not that one. So I want some of that texture coming back out. Okay, that's probably pretty good. I don't want it like super relieved, but I do I like having that variation. Makes it look a bit more vintage. Yeah, it's looking pretty. Okay. We're going to face down our flowers. You're going to, put your petals to where they'll go in between the other set of petals. Okay. So now we're stacked. And we're going to rivet there down flat so it sticks together. So I do need to put my camera up here for that so I don't break it. We're going to do that here. And I always start my rivets typically with the rounded side. That just helps me mushroom. And I don't go super fast or super hard at first. I ease my way into it. Sometimes too, I notice that I'll be hammering on one side a little bit more than I do on the other side. So you'll see me as I rivet, like twisting my piece based on where my hammer taps usually go, so I can ensure that it's flat across the board here. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Maybe I can. I'm hoping it'll let me slide it over just a little bit. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Or maybe, hold on, slide it back just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay, and then you're going to take your hole punch and you're going to punch into one of the top petals. I did the back petal here, like that. So instead of the front petals, we did the back petals, like that. You can do, I thought it would be cute if you were to do like these two here and then had your hole punches coming off that way. But I think it's super cute from the top, but from the back, so that's what I'm gonna do here. Oh, shoot. Okay. punch that. Cheryl, sunflowers are some of my favorites too. My best friend Ellen, she usually gets me sunflowers if it's like my birthday or something. So there's that. And then I had a... Ooh, I just got a hot flash. I have these cute little green blue chatons that I glued one on to that rivet there because I wanted to... You can paint the rivet too. Instead of just gluing a chaton on top. But I wanted to do the chaton because just a little bit of charcoal. Oh, just a little bit of sparkle brings things to life. So we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna scoop up a little bit of my Loctite here out of the bottle with my head pin or eye pin. There we go. Okay. We're gonna glue that chaton on here. Make sure that it's in the center, so it's liquid Loctite. I mean, you have like a little bit of working time, but not anything where you just want it to sit because it's gonna dry super fast, and if you want your chaton moved, you're not gonna be able to move it unless you peel that thing off. So that's our chaton there, and then I have this chain. Let me grab that quick here. I forgot to bring this over here, but I have these chain cuts that we're selling today, and I think they're between like 14 and 15 inch cuts. And you'll get like 6 feet of it. Where's that at? Chain pack. And this is the chain that I had used in the bracelet design last week. It's smooth. It's steel based, plated gold, smooth. These links look to be... Let me just make sure if they're soldered or not. Because I see a line, but I don't know if it's soldered or not, so. Okay, so you can open and close these links, so not soldered. Jeez. Okay. You're going to get 6 foot in total, but you're going to get 14 to 15 inch cuts. So perfect for necklaces because you'll have, especially if you're doing one like this, where you have to split the chain anyway for your clasp here, and then at the bottom if you want to do 2 jump rings. So they're really good lengths for that, and they're really good lengths if you want to make like bracelets and then use like the leftover for earrings. There's a lot of chain for that. And it's the chain that I used in this bracelet design last week. So chain pack cart 101, 6 feet for $18. I think that's a pretty good deal. Granted that this would typically go for at least $6 a foot. I think you're getting it for what, 3? If my brain is braining, something like that. So that seems pretty good. And then I just did the simple connections. I did like a JRV 30 into a JR 40, and then 2 of the jump rings from the tiny jump ring sampler pack, and then 2 more of those with the clasp at the end. So that was fun. And you can make bigger ones too, but I think I'm out of the bigger petaled ones. But I thought it would be cool if you did earrings in this size with a choker in this size, and then maybe it might be called an 8 petal blank. If it might be 8 petals, but then you can do like a bigger one too. Or what would really be pretty is if you did the smaller one like this, and then had the 8 petal one right below it, so it's like a little sunflower and a big sunflower. And then they would be like tiered down for earrings. So there's quite a few different ways. Like that would be cute. Here, let's put these up here. There we go. So like envision maybe some sunflower earrings like that. Aren't they adorable? The rivets. RV. Oh, I don't think I have them up there anymore. Maybe Jean, if you type in RV040 on the retail site, it'll pull up that information for you, Cheryl. Actually, I might be able to do it right here, right on my laptop, because it'll keep my Carter thing open. RV040, which is the easiest rivet that I've used. It's a tube rivet. I'm not a frog. It's got a 1/16 inch base, 532 length, and 764 open hole. That might be, let me just get my freaking caliper. It's sitting right here anyway. Hold on, Cheryl. I got you. Alright, here we go. Okay, so 4.45 millimeters the length. The head, it's going to be around 2.78, and the center here is going to be around 1.48 millimeters. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Peggy purchased more packs of the daisies. It's a need, not a want. That's so funny. And you guys like the ear wire. I do have the ear wires up here available too. So I have those ear wire packs. I have them in both silver plate and gold plate. They are brass based. They are the marquee ear wires. So if you type in cart 102 in the comments, you can choose either gold or silver, 36 pieces each for $20. Which I think that would be just stunning. And whoever had that idea about the headband, let me see. Let me roll up here. Of course, it was Peggy. Yes, Peggy. The headband would be insane. I wish I could have some of your chicken soup too. But that's all I've been eating, and I don't know if I want any more of that. Too much chicken soup for me. The earrings are so cute. Obsessed with that ear wire. Okay, I did say that one. Love them. All right. So, necklace or earrings would be just stellar. And then if you did have the 8-petal ones, gosh, I can just imagine it. I wish I had something, but I wish I had something that was like in proximity to that size, because it's just a little bit bigger. It's not like overly huge. It would probably fit like that, and it would just be so cute to have the small flower with the big flower underneath. I would love that. Beef broth with spinach, then it's a good alternative. Oh, that's not bad. I like spinach. Spinach is good. All right. So that's what we got for our cutesy sunflower. Did I pop up those bulk packs for you? I probably didn't, did I? No, I'm silly. Okay. So cart 103, the blank pack. The 6-petal feather. The 6-petal flower. Natural brass blank. 26 pieces for $20, cart 103. And then I used 2 for my necklace. And if you want a necklace and earrings, I mean, 1 pack would be enough for you for this. But now, if you wanted to do more with the sunflowers, then you're going to need a couple more packs. But so, the blank pack, 6-petal, floral blank, 26 pieces for $20, cart 103. Those are natural brass. And then I'll bring on those washers too, because I also have those available. 72 pieces for $20, cart 104. Which washers are great, especially if your rivet holes or a hole on a piece is too large for a rivet. So this piece, that's why another reason why I use the washers is because this and then the rivet. Let me put the rivet in there. There we go. Is nearly a perfect fit between the two. So I would not feel comfortable riveting this. Okay, even if you have it sideways, like that might just slip through. So items that have larger holes can still be riveted using washers. And we have the smooth washers, and at one point on the live shop I had the pinwheel washers, but I believe those have since sold out. But I think the smooth washer brings out the effects for the sunflower here. Alright, I think we need to bring Uncle Doug on for some trivia. To sound good? Okay. You're up.
It's not a trivia thing or trivial thing. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how are we pacing, Corey? How are we pacing through the live?
This was
Should we do 2 at once?
probably, yeah, we can do that. That'll give me a little bit of a voice break here.
Okay. So we're going to do 2 trivias. See how we do here. Pull up my questions. Alrighty. See if we still have folks over on YouTube watching. Yep, good audience over on YouTube and here on Facebook. Right, so the first question is.
Oh, hold on. Let me get my.
Oh yeah, show what we're going to give away.
We'll do this is like a necklace kit. Sorry.
Okay.
It won't let me take. I've been trying to take this stinking Carter thing down, but it's not letting me, so.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah, it'll be a necklace kit.
Okay, so the first giveaway is this beautiful necklace kit. And our question is, what was the first, or what year was the first Super Mario Brothers game released? In what year was the Super Mario's Brother released? And I'll put that over on Facebook and well, that's our first trivia question. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, to qualify for your trivia, just have an order placed with us so that we know where to send the prize, if you will. Now we're starting to get some answers coming in here. Let's see over on YouTube. Now we're still hunting for the right year. Hello, everybody. I've been kind of amiss at not getting a look at who's over on YouTube. Thanks. You got Emic. What are you working on? I'm new here. Well, we're working on some beautiful jewelry, Emic. Lucine, yeah. Hi, Lucine. Hi, QDM over on YouTube. And it looks like Lynn Goodwin is our first correct respondent. That's 1985. The Goombas are dancing in.
Good job, Lynn.
The Koopa, Super Koopa, or is it King Koopa?
King Koopa?
Yeah, isn't that like you had to go rescue the princess from King Koopa?
Bowser.
Or is it Bowser was the king? Who's King Koopa? Wasn't there a Koopa guy
I
in
don't
there?
know. Bowser was the king turtle, though.
He was the big dude?
Yeah.
Bowser. Who was Koopa?
I don't know.
Or
I didn't
maybe just
recognize that.
Troopers or something like that. And all right, just trying to get this congratulations out. All right, winner, Lynn Goodwin.
Good job, Lynn.
What else should we have up here?
A little fun fact, Super Mario Bros. On the Wii was my mom's favorite game to play.
Yeah, our guys had it on our little original Nintendo box.
My little sister, she bought a Wii this year just to play it and to bring it over to Mom and Dad's if they come to visit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny.
All right. This one was Lynn's, and then we're doing one more, right? We'll do a diffuser bracelet for this one.
Okay. Oh, there's a nice one. All right, here's another question for everybody. Which company introduced the first personal computer? Which company introduced the first personal computer? That's our second trivia question. Oh, yeah, you're right. Peggy's saying we need a doodle in here. I'll get a doodle here while the answers are coming in.
So for this diffuser bracelet, you guys, if you drop a little bit of essential oil on the inside, there is bamboo felt on the inside that holds the oil. So it can act as if it's a perfume, or it can help your wellness as well.
Okay, let me put a little bit of wellness up. This is what Corey needs today. Corey needs some
sun.
Oh, you can't see because the thing's over there. Move the answer for a second.
Hold on.
Take that. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I don't know why I switched
I'm
to
gone.
you.
There
You go.
There's Lynn. We're looking for sunny times, okay? So that's Lynn's doodle.
I definitely need some sun.
You need it, I know, for sure. Okay, let me revisit to see who's got these informations. Goose says Radio Shack. Yeah, that was our first computer. Our Tandy 1000. I remember that. Let me go. I have to scroll up because a lot of answers came in over here on Facebook, and it looks like I got to go way up here. It looks like Candy Kostelic has the correct answer with IBM.
Oh, candy, candy, candy. There we go. Marietta, I see you in the comments there. Did you get my email response about your broken cross, your broken ceramic cross? Make sure you check your email for my response. Good job, Candy.
And the answer again was IBM. On YouTube.
I don't know why I keep switching.
And let me get a doodle here for Candy. I got one pre-doodled. I'll just assign it to Candy.
Okay. Very cute.
Okay, coffee. All right, here we go. There's my doodle for Candy. A spring leaf.
Love it.
They're going to be simple, but we're still hoping that spring, we can urge on the spring here.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, Blenda, good one here, Blenda. Doug, help Corian with a wellness bracelet. What's your favorite essential oil we can put in there for you?
Oh, I'm already oiled up.
She's oiled up.
Yep. Trust me, that's one of the first things that I do when I'm sick is I get my oils out.
Do you have a diffuser at home?
Yeah. And then I'll put some of like the breathing eucalyptus in my shower and on like behind my ears and things like that.
Yeah, just everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I always like to get some peppermint going to help clear out the, free up my nasal passages.
Right.
All right, let me come over and fill up these goodie bags.
Okay, see you in a minute. You know what? This iPad is really making me angry because it'll switch when I don't want it to switch, but then when I try and get it to switch, then it's like, come on. Come on. So Lynn is our winner for the necklace kit, and Candy got the diffuser bracelet.
Okay.
So good. Good. All right. Next matter of business. Let's move these out of the way. We probably gonna do the cuff here next. We'll save the resin project for last because that gets a little messy. We'll do our cuff pack next, which I do have it in a bulk pack as well as that sampler pack. So the bulk pack, you will get 3 pieces for $20. Jean is giving you a really good deal on these. Cart 105 for the raw steel hammered cuff bracelet. And I think it's 3/4 of an inch wide. It's got that cool texture on the inside too, so you could paint the inside and outside if you wanted. Cuff pack, 3 pieces for $20. Cart 105. You're gonna need metallic copper and verdigris blue with a little bit of black. I'm gonna shape these up here. These are your 3 colors: black, metallic copper, and verdigris blue. For the cuff that I did here, and I want to see if I can really shine some light on here because it's way prettier in person. I actually struggled a little bit with capturing the color of this one the other day. That might even be, it might, here. I noticed that the color was a little bit, oh, okay, Marietta. I just wanted to make sure that you had seen my response. But hey, girl, take all the time you need in the world because I know what you're going through. It was a little bit easier for me to capture the color difference when I was photographing it on, but it's even hard to see here. If you really, really want to see what the colors look like, go on to vintagelifeshop.com and click into the cuff pack listing, and then the photo of me wearing it really shows the tones way better than what you can see here right now. But there is an under of copper, which I might just do it a little bit differently. I might do a little less of the verdigris blue and really keep it heavy on the copper and then keep the black the same. But there is an undertone of copper with the verdigris blue on top, and then the I had taken the relief block to it to relieve some of that silver back throw, or the steel, the raw steel color, and then I added just a little bit of the black after the fact, but I think I want a little less blue, a little more copper this time. So I take an older relieving block when I'm painting these cuffs. This one has definitely seen better days, but this one's pretty worn. There's not a whole lot of grit left on any of these sides, so I come in and I cuff kind of cuff it with my cuff. So that way it's easier for me to paint and to dry at the same time. So that's usually how I end up painting my cuffs, is by putting it on to a surface like this. I think there was at one point a big IBM place in Dubuque too. We're going to take our copper here. This one's a little bit harder to paint. I'm going to actually grab I'm going to do the copper with my paint palette, and then I'll do the verdigris blue and the black with my paper towel technique. So pour some of that metallic copper in your paint palette there. And put that up. I'm going to take a break here for a second, because I have not shown this yet. So I'm saying my brain is not braining today, but I did forget to show the Big Loot giveaway for the end. So I did just quickly wanted to cover that. So if you love React to the live today, you have a chance to win the Big Loot giveaway, which is what I'm showing right now. To claim it, you must have an open order with us on vintageliveshop.com, and we will do the drawing at the end for that. So I did want to show that. I looked over and I was like, I haven't done that yet. To be notified of these live events and classes, text LIVE LIVE to 855-948-2148. Reminders are sent 5 minutes before the event begins. Okay. You're probably going to have an easier time using a bristle brush. So I am drying off my largest size of bristle brush right now. And then I'll dunk it in that copper and then we'll get to painting here. Okay. Also, I'm gonna do this kind of in sections. That way I can take my heat gun out and dry it so it doesn't pool. But I'm gonna start on the top. And kind of like pat it into some of those grooves. I'm gonna need more copper for sure. This one's gonna take quite a bit of copper. But it's pooling in my grooves. I don't want to take paint out of the grooves that are looking pretty good right now. Start with that and then take the heat gun to it. Hi, Chris. It's okay. Super sick anyway, so today's live is just, I just want to gonna be one of those. One of those. Alright, we're gonna coat this pretty good. Don't worry about getting it on the old relief block because that's what it's there for, is to catch some of that paint. And we'll do the other side, so I'm gonna dry this side first. Because I can't help myself, Chris. And I've been so crazy, right? I was feeling totally fine last Wednesday. And then I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning Thursday, and it hit me like a freaking freight train. Let me tell you what. So I didn't go into work Thursday. I didn't go into work Friday. I was like, okay, maybe I'll feel better by Saturday. Definitely didn't feel good on Saturday or Sunday. Came into work Monday so I could see if I could like tolerate being here. Not because it needs to be, I need to tolerate it to be here, but just because I was sick. And then I needed to get some jewelry done, because I was like, okay, but maybe I might be feeling better by Wednesday, so I have to get jewelry designs done so I can go live, and then I'm still not feeling good. Like, nothing has changed between, like, Sunday and today, between how I've been feeling. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't waste the time that I came in on Monday, so I have to be in here on Wednesday to do the live. It's just all load of fun. It's like, I have the worst time with feeling unprepared, so I will do everything in my power that I can to be prepared for things and to be on schedule, because if I'm not, then freaking heck, everything might as well just break loose, because my mind just works in that way, if that makes sense. So we have our copper on now. I think that's pretty good. I might do like a little filling in here, just with some pats. Otherwise, it's looking pretty coppery, so that's good. That's what I'm going for. Okay. Verdigris blue is next, and we're going to use the paper towel technique for this, because I don't want to oversaturate my copper with the verdigris blue. I think I have some pretty bad anxiety, and if I'm behind, like if I miss a day or two of work, I'm just normally just freaking out, because, you know, we have such a tight schedule here that, like, if you lose a day, you're losing more than just a day, if that makes sense. So I'm probably only here because of my anxiety and the way that it makes me feel when I'm, like, behind. Because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to catch up, and, you know, and then I'm, like, freaking out, like, oh gosh, like, these ladies are waiting on their orders, like, I have to go in and, you know, merge things and whatever else, because Kieran is super busy over here, and I just gave him a whole bunch of things to do our metal process to, so we can put things back in stock. So he's gonna be pretty held up for a while, and Uncle Doug does all the shipping, and if Kieran's held up, then Uncle Doug has to pull orders, and it's not good if somebody misses a day of work. We'll just say that. So when we can, we just try not to. Alright, so we blotted the heck out of that. I wanted to pull this off so I could get some of this paint down here a little bit more dry, because I'm peeling it off a little bit because it got super thick, and then I didn't dry it all the way. So I'm just gonna flake some of that off here with my paper towel. I do make cuff ends. I've seen those somewhere. We had some Color by Amber ones, I think. So that's looking pretty. And copper with the verdigris there, and it's not, like, oversaturated with the verdigris blue. So I'm liking that. And then I added a little bit of the black. And I mean like small amount because the black carries. I'm just going to very, very lightly mark it with some black. And the paper towel gives it a cool texture, especially on the hammered parts. Yeah. Okay. Let me move this here. Okay. Yeah, that one's a little bit better. So I went super light on the verdigris blue, and I didn't mix black with it. Which, if you want a little bit more of like that blue fluorite color, did add a little bit of black to the verdigris blue when I was mixing it, but I did want to do it differently because I do like this one a lot more. So now you can really see the copper tones with the verdigris and then the little bits of black, and it keeps it very earthy, and I like that. I like that. Yeah, calling Aunt Nancy, Peggy says. That's funny. Yeah, that's really beautiful. I like that color combination a lot more. Hi, Rosie. I like the blue with the copper. Yeah, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay. That one's done. And then we'll do trivia, and then these, and then trivia, and then that, and then that. Okay. Is Uncle Doug ready for a trivia? Okay. Let me get him on here. Hold on. Alright, you are unmuted.
I'm unmuted. Yeah, times like these are tough, right? I mean, we're a little bit behind on our shipping, but I did lay out all the orders from last live, Corey. So they're all kind of set out here. And I think Kieran knows what's supposed to go in them, so we're going to take a crack at it tomorrow. Normally, Corey stages all those so that we are able to pack them and ship them, but we're going to make
Did
do.
you might as well just wait, because
No,
they're
yeah.
gonna have these orders too, and I haven't
Well,
merged.
we may wait, but you don't have to combine them in the system. You know what I'm saying? We'll just combine them. I've already printed out all those orders.
Okay, so I will not merge these then.
Yes, that's what I mean. You won't need
Okay.
to merge them. We'll just print them and just combine them.
Okay.
Sound good? That's all
Yeah.
ship speak, huh? Tech ship speak here.
There might
Let-
be a couple things on there that just if I'm not here tomorrow for whatever reason, just call me if
Well, I
there's
think you're not going to be here tomorrow, and
or
I
if
think
you.
you're not going to be here Friday.
Yeah, I know.
This is what I'm going to dictate. So we're gonna have to take care of that. We may get you on a Zoom or something, but we're gonna let you be home.
Okay.
All right, here's some good trivia.
Here's a good giveaway.
Oh yeah, that is a nice giveaway. I like that one.
Me too.
All right, here it is. Which country is the largest producer of saffron, the world's most expensive spice? Plug that in over on our YouTube as well. And for Peggy, Nancy, the quilting dog mama over on YouTube, she responded absolutely. Your comment about having her out here in Corey's absence.
Yes. Peggy, so Uncle Doug and they got the backstage pass shipped out, so I'll need to do the monthly loot, so that'll be a little bit later. Which Jean also needs to let me know if I sent her a loot, because I don't.
Yeah, I printed out all those loots too. So the loots are
Okay.
combined with the other orders right now, and
Because I think I have to, like, figure out what the heck goes in them even, because I haven't even done that yet.
well, that would be good.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right. So do
probably.
you have any answers rolling in yet?
I see some on Facebook comments, I
I
think.
see. Oh, man, maybe mine's not up to speed. I don't see anybody after I put my comment in. I see one response, couple responses coming over from YouTube, but I might have to refresh my Facebook just to see. Let's see what answers we got over here. Do you have answers coming in, Corey? I can't say it out loud, right?
I have answers on YouTube and Facebook coming in.
Yeah, for some reason my Facebook is. Oh, there we go. Now it's starting to come in. All right. So now I can scan through here and get an answer. It looks like Pam Rasenic is the first respondent here. Pam. The answer is Iran. Iran or Iran?
Good job, Pam. And she gets a few of these really pretty natural brass stampings, and then that beautiful celestial maiden there in the center. That's a pewter-based silver-plated item.
So congratulate her. Oh wow. Quilting Dog Mom over on YouTube even put a flag with it with Iran, but she was a little later than
Mm.
a little later. So remind everybody how they can qualify to collect their trivia or their
So
big win.
to claim your trivia, you must have an open order with us on vintagelifeshop.com so we can ship it to you.
Okay, I should probably send over a little bit of a doodle love here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's the doodle. Cockle doodle doo. Another spring feeling here.
Aww.
Wade, we're going to actually start hopefully soon in the greenhouse to get some stuff planted early.
Oh, sure.
As long as the nights in there stay above freezing, we're okay. And so the temperature can really get quite low outside while we start. I don't have it heated. You know,
Right.
heat is what's the residual from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
Congrats.
right. We'll see you over here.
Bye.
Okay. Good job, Pam. Love that for you. Oh, we'll do these butterfly earrings next. These ones should go pretty quick, and then we'll have another trivia, and then we'll do the resin project, and then we'll do the big loot giveaway, and then we will be done for today. All right. So I did briefly talk about these butterflies a little bit earlier. Let me pop up this Carter. So they are to come in the sampler pack. Otherwise, I do have the bulk pack pulled up right now as cart 106. You'll get 8 butterflies for $20. These are brass-based butterflies with a gold plating. It is not a flex gold plating, so the plating will crack if you hammer it. Crack or flake if you hammer it. And it's a vintage plating, so there is just a little bit of spotting and flaking because these are pretty dang old pieces, but we love them. And a little paint can go a long way to fix some vintage plating. So we're going to do that. And these are smooth too. These are very smooth. So these are a little bit harder to paint. you can, you know, scruff them up a little bit, sand them a little bit, so the paint adheres a little bit easier. I just did my paper towel and drying technique, and I mean, it adhered pretty nicely. Gave it some like coppery and verdigris tones, but none of the black, so this one's just the copper verdigris-ish look, which I thought was darling with the gold underneath. Oy. We're going to start off with our copper first. So shake up your metallic copper. Aren't they cute, Chris? Okay. Let me get my... use this older bench block sometimes for painting on too, if you couldn't tell. Okay, I'm gonna go on a different spot on my paper towel here and smush some metallic copper there, and then I'm gonna take my heat gun, and at the same time as I'm blotting my pieces, I'm going to be drying them at the same time. Get a little bit, just a little bit more right there. This gives it a very, like, it gives it a rough texture. Like a rough, antiqued texture. So from gold to copper, as you can see the difference between. That might be a little bit easier there to see. And then let's grab some of that verdigris. Verdigris blue. And then the same concept as our bracelet. I'm gonna tap some of this on. I don't need a whole lot because I don't want it. I like the copper a little bit more than the verdigris on these. So I'm just gonna blot some of that on. Maybe like 1 or 2 blots per wing. Or wing section, I should say. Put just a tiny bit more on here. Gorgeous. Oh, the plant that's sprouting up. That's funny. And then just a tiny bit of verdigris goes a long way. It gives it a very, like a pinky purple copper verdigris feel to it. I had a little bit more verdigris on these, but gave it kind of more of like a raku look. I might add a little bit. Let me add a little bit more verdigris. Just a little bit here. Just gives it a really pretty, just everything tone. That's probably pretty good. That's really pretty. Yeah, I like those. All right. I do have I did these with the ER50s, but I don't have these available for you guys, so I'm actually gonna string these on because I do like them long like that. Maybe we'll do the gold tone for these. Actually, those would be pretty. Let's try the smaller version. We'll do like the ER0003, ERV0003. I do have I have this earwire style available on the live shop. Those are cute. I should have just used the other ones for or I should have put the other ones on or these ear wires on the other ones. Yeah, those are pretty. So we have the ERV0003s. I do have those. Let me pull those up on the screen for you. They're an arched ear wire and they're just solid brass, which they're a little bit tinier. They're like the same concept as the ER50s, but they're just smaller. So 44 pieces for $20. Cart 107 for the ERV 0003s. And then I did show you guys the marquees earlier. If you need the marquee item number again, just let me know. The marquees look super cute with these as well. Let me take it off the bench block here. Sorry. Okay. So ERV0003 there, or you can do ER001-340 for the gold plated, or -040 for the silver plate. But I like both of them. Both of them are super cute. This one gives me more of like a fairy time feel because I do have those check crystal beads. Oh, I do have some here. I think these, I also have these available. So the color that I used for these, they're a bit darker. These ones aren't crystal, but the ones that I have on the live shop are crystal clear, so it's hard to tell. This one's more of like a blue-gray, and then these ones are crystal clear, which I do have them. Let me pop that crystal pack too. So 24 pieces for $20. Cart 108 for the crystal pack. I believe they're 8mm. Yeah, 8mm check crystal beads with lots of facets around them. So you can get 24 of those for, or 24 pieces for $24. Which those are stunning. And beads, crystals, you name it, they add a lot to earwire, or to earrings. Oh, that's neat, Lisa. I'll pop up your comment here. Lisa said, I get to install 24 new items in the shop today, and I'm super pumped. Needless to say, Vintage is part of nearly 90% of the components. That's crazy, but we really appreciate you using and sharing all of your designs with us on DIY with Vintage too. I'd seen a post on there, and you're like, I might be posting a lot. I'm like, no, keep posting, Lisa, because your stuff is stunning, and it gives me inspiration as well. All right, so those are the butterfly earrings. Is Uncle Doug ready for a trivia? Okay. Welcome back.
It's good to be back. How you feeling? You gonna hold up for the rest of this?
I'm trying. I am trying so hard.
Oh man.
It feels like my cough is just getting worse as I'm going through.
It's funny when you start up the dryer, or the heater.
Oh, yeah.
Just a surge cough at the same time.
Right.
Okay, we got some trivia here. What are we having for trivia?
This is a chain sampler pack.
Nice.
So there's...
Yeah, I remember when I laid them out there, there were some longer pieces, some shorter. There's maybe a couple shorter in there for bracelet style.
It's good for, people, especially to get a sampling of some of the chains.
I don't have them labeled, but you can probably zoom in on when you have them. You can compare them to what we've got online and see.
Yeah, or just send me an email or something, and
whoever wins, if you got that question.
I could probably tell you right now, to be honest.
Well, I mean, is everybody going to write that down in case they win?
No, but whoever wins can revisit it.
That's true. All right, I'm going to read off the question here. The question is, which two countries in the world share the longest border together? Which two countries share the longest international border?
That sounds good, Lisa.
Trying to find my Facebook to post it in there. There it is. Got so many windows open on the computer. Which two countries share the longest international border? Think hard on this one.
All right.
Long and hard.
For chain styles, I believe this one's CH106. This one's probably CH15. This one are both CH0004.
I'm going to have to go back and look at my geography, but I didn't think that China and Canada shared a border.
This one is CH70. And then this one, I think, is CH0017, CH100, and then CH001.
I love seeing these answers come from. Yeah, you did good, Corey, identifying those. I should have you help us count inventory next time.
Yeah. I feel like Kellen was very shocked at how I knew where some things were. He goes, you just go right to where it's at. I'm like, I can generally find something if you have a part number for me, but
That's just like Kieran in the paint numbers.
yeah.
Numbers and names. Hey, what's Moss? Oh, that's 059. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
thank you. Our correct answer, it comes from Rosie Sawyer. The USA and Canada have the longest shared international border.
Rosie.
So Rosie Sawyer.
Good job, Rosie. You need a chain sampler pack, and to claim, just ensure that you have an open order with us on vintagelifeshop.com, and we'll ship it to you in your order for free.
Melanie says, Yo necesito caja, ja, 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 ja.
Sorry, I forgot to do Rosie's applause there.
Melanie Jimenez. She said she needs caja, ja, 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 ja. Oh, I understand. Melanie is saying, she didn't say yo lo necesito. She just said yo necesito. Ja, ja, ja. Okay, Melanie over on YouTube needs the chain.
Oh, fun.
Well, she needs the correct answer, right?
Right. But Rosie got
Hay que
that.
primero contestarlas correctamente, Melanie. La próxima vez.
All right. We will see you over here. Did you show a doodle already?
Oh, I didn't. I can do that really quick. Do that really quick.
Okay.
Rosie Sawyer. This is, I'm torn about this one, right? This is a love-hate relationship on this doodle. Okay, here we go.
That's a ladybug.
It's a ladybug. I did it in red intentionally so that it wouldn't be confused with our Asian beetles.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, we don't like those. Ladybugs are
No,
okay, but
no.
Asian beetles, get them away. All right, we'll
Yeah.
see you over here.
Bye.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. You're gonna need black paint and ochre. And take some of those.
That's pretty good. Good job naming those off.
Yeah.
Best as always.
Been doing it for a long time now.
Okay, so do I have one more? One more? Was that? That was last.
This
trivia.
is my last
trivia, and then we have the
thing,
mega, right?
and then the mega. Yep.
Okay.
So we should be done here soon. I'm hoping. Okay. You're gonna need a Mariposa ring and an HP 0001, resin, and whatever beads you want to crush up for the center. So let's bring up a ring pack first. There's going to be a lot of different rings listed in this listing, so let me just make sure. So I did bring the daisy motif all the way, so that's the first option in this listing. So cart 109, there's a whole lot of different rings in there, and you can flip through all the photos. There are pictures of all of them, but the one that you're going to want is daisy motif. Daisy motif is a size 8 silver antique plated ring, base metal pewter, PT 435-060. So this is the ring that we're working with, and there's a bunch of different rings in this listing, but you can go through and click through them, but daisy motif will be the first one. So 4 pieces for $24. This would normally retail for like $14 minimum. So make sure you grab that. Otherwise, I don't have it in Carter, but I do have it on the Vintage Live Shop. Right next to the other ring listing, there is a ring sampler pack. So it comes with 4 different rings for $24, or you can get 4 of the same ring for $24. If that makes sense. So if you want, 4 different rings, including the daisy motif, then do the ring sampler. If you only want the daisy motif, then go to the ring pack and select the daisy motif ring. So you're going to need those. No problem. I made the mistake because my brain was not functioning. It still isn't, but you know what I mean? Like, you do things and then you do it without thinking, and then you're like, what the heck? So I filled this with resin instead of hole punching prior to. So my little brother Corian, he works here. I had to have him drill a hole through the top of my ring so I could insert a head pin down into the slot that he drilled for me, and then I had to put Loctite over top, and then I did put a little bit of resin over top too, and then I cured that resin on top. Here, I did do this one, so I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little shiny there. That's where my resin's also holding my head pin into my ring slot. So he had to take a really small drill bit and try to drill a hole in the top of the ring for me, because I had already resined it and I can't hole punch with there being resin in there. So he drilled the top hole. In case this happens to you, you can probably have your husbands do it. But if you lay your ring flat here, and then on this section, because I wanted to avoid the little flowers, so right in this high point is where we stuck the drill bit and drilled a little hole deep enough to insert the head of the pin, and added Loctite in there and dried it, glued it really good. And then after all the glue was dried, then went in with the top coat of resin. And then only after doing all that was I comfortable enough to make my wrapped loop without it pulling out. So if you happen to do that, you can use a drill bit to create a loop yet. Otherwise, I'm going to hole punch it now so I don't forget. And I saw something about resin plugs on DIY with Vintage at some point. I think maybe it was today when I was in the bathroom or something. That sounds interesting, and I would like a peek at what those are, Peggy. I think it was Peggy who commented it, or maybe Peggy or Lisa, one of my 2 gals. I'm pulling this off the screen. I'm sorry. I just really need to make sure that I'm center in my lines, because I don't want to go one side over the other, and hopefully this will let me punch it through. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're all the way through. That's good. Pull this out. So then there's our top hole. And I'm going to paint these first. Super easy to paint. But I did mine with a head pin too, so I'm actually going to grab another one of those. And then ochre and black. For the petals in the center to match my Black Eyed Susan sunflower that we made earlier out of some blanks. Shake her up super good. And we're going to be painting with the pen. You can put this on a ring mandrel if you want to help you paint it easier. I don't remember what I used. I'm trying to think, but I don't. Maybe I did use my mandrel. Okay. So I'm just going in here and I'm using a head pen, or you can use an eye pen too, but I'm just using the pen part, and then I'm going to touch each of these little flowers with my yellow paint, or the petals I should say. We love intricate, little detailed paints. And the next one. The head pen helps me a lot. I mean, I have to leverage my hand on the ring mandrel so it's less shaky. So I'm applying a lot of pressure to my pinky right now to help with it. Otherwise, my hand would be everywhere. Just go and twist. Just make sure you don't roll your ring into your paint. You're probably just better off having it in a paint palette at this point. And you're gonna do your yellow all the way around. Dry. I'm gonna bring it up here to dry, so I don't end up drying out my yellow paint that's still on my silicone mat. Okay. Am I off? There we go. I'm gonna make sure that I'm still on the screen. Okay. Go through and do all of those. If you want to go a little bit faster, you can glide your pen instead of touching each individual petal. Beautiful. Okay, dry that. Okay, so we got our yellow petals. Peggy shared the plugs, and I shared a hack for plugging holes so they don't get filled using a silicone batting brush. Ah. Interesting. Well, that's smart, Lisa. You always have some really good, both you and Peggy always have really good tips and tricks. I love it. Black. A little bit goes a long way. The paint on my pen's probably dry enough, so I'm just gonna scrape that off my pen and then just use the same pen to do my black. I'm actually going to use the head part of this because it is a little bit of a, probably the same size. Huh! Ha! There you go. That's fun. It's the same size as the center circle there. So I can just like stamp my black on right in the center. Love that. If you do it on the side, it might leak a little bit. Alright, let me dry those first. Could have probably done. And if you go over your yellow a little bit, you can always paint the yellow back over. There we go. Yeah. And just a little bit more, so I'm just gonna grab the other side of the pen. There's one. Maybe it was there. No, I need to just blot it. Hold on. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah. Dry this now. Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we are painted. I need this head pen yet. Oh, that one I definitely went over on that one. That one I would probably repaint. But these are super cute. Little flowers. Which they look really pretty. Now a finger too. When they're painted. We have that, but I liked it on a necklace because from the side, people are seeing that, and then from the front, they're seeing the collection of beads or stones there in the center, which is very cute. This would also be super adorable, clustered with some other things hanging down. But I have this resin tape I've had for a long time. I am unsure of the brand of it. Oh. I had something in my eye. We're good. You're good. But the one side of this tape is sticky. The other side is not sticky. It's perfect for resin. Hopefully I cut off enough of this. There we go. And we're gonna adhere that to the back of the ring. Front or back of the ring. Actually, probably make your loop first. Now that I'm looking at it, I know I didn't do this for mine, but you're gonna stick your head pin up through. And then create your loop. So we don't end up with what we had earlier. Not that that would be like too big of a problem, but Corian is not here, and he's my whatchamacallit, tool kid. So I'm bending it over. It's gonna look like that. And I'm pulling it off to the side here. I'm gonna take my chain nose. So we're starting our loop. I want to make sure I'm holding it from the top. And then I'm going to make a wrapped loop and just pull this wire here around. A few times, as many times as you want. Or you can just do it a couple times. However you want your wrapped loop. I need to cut that tail off. Alright, squeeze that in. Because we don't want our tail sticking out. And now I have a loop for my daisy motif. And then I'm going to start our resin. So what I did is make sure that that's super tight down to the resin tape so it doesn't leak out the bottom. I'm going to prep my UV lamp here. So it's off to the side. Okay, here's my resin. Might get some pulling out of that hole that I made earlier. Let me spread this out though. So I'm going to spread it out, the resin that I have in there. It's going to go around. It's just in a ball right now. Let me grab this silicone brush here. Get some of this paint off of it. Not that that matters too much, huh? Anyway. Alright, pushing resin to the sides. Because I don't want a super like thick base to start, but I need at least the whole bottom to be covered, so I'm gonna add a little bit more in there. Okay. Make sure I am Get all the edges around. Have a good base. Okay. I think that's pretty okay, hopefully. I'm gonna try and add just a little bit of resin over top of this head pin here that I have, at least from the back side, to help with avoiding bubbles here. And that's kind of my plan. I'll see how it works. I'm gonna hit it with the heat gun for a second. Get whatever bubbles I need out. And we'll put this in the UV light here. Alright, now that's curing. I saved the leftover beads that I used for the demo here, so I didn't throw them away, but I had some. These look like a mix between glass, acrylic, and maybe a little bit of ceramic in there. But I used a black button, a yellow bead, and a white bead. And I smashed them up all together in a big bag, and then my leftover stuff I just put into this small bag so I could just use it for the demo here. But to do that, I would just take your bench block, put this on a bench block with your beads in a bag, and then hammer them like this so you're less likely to get a mess because it's enclosed in the baggie when you're hammering it. Oh, Lisa, those scarab rings are popular, and it's probably one of my all-time favorite rings that Vintage has offered. Those will definitely go super fast. Oh yeah, definitely adding a loop to the bottom to add one of these sunflowers. Like that, Lisa? Could do one at the top too. That would be very cute. Alright, that should probably be cured. Open so. Okay. I mean, it sounds good. Alright, next layer of resin. Okay. I'm going to sprinkle in these while the resin's wet yet. And then I'm going to push it down in the resin a bit more, and then I'm going to do a top coat. Make sure that I get these all resined up and pushed down, and that way, because I want more of a smooth surface once my top coat is finished with resin. Might need some of these smaller ones. So I'm going to separate the bigger ones from the smaller ones. There we go, it's a little bit better. Some size variation. I'm probably gonna hit this with my heat gun as well. I might pull this big chunky one out, we'll see. We'll see if it starts to behave here. So I'm gonna hit this with heat gun, and then I'm gonna hit it with resin on top. And then push it down a little bit, make sure that we're sealed. I'm going to give it a minute. I'm going to pour my resin slow so it fills all of those caverns and crevices. I usually try to go drop by drop when I'm ensuring that I'm getting a pretty even top coat. Alright, push anything that's poking out down. Might have to pull some of this resin out. Might have gone a little bit over. We'll shoot for this though. We'll shoot for it. Put that in the UV light over here. Don't drop it. Well, I probably should have hit it. I'm just very quickly gonna hit it with the heat gun. Oops. It's already a little light. We'll see if that makes a difference. Broken ornaments made of glass would be good to put in the resin. Oh yeah, good idea, Pam. Ooh, dried flower would be absolutely stunning. See, I would have done that if there wasn't snow outside. We have this field out back of the building, and we'll get anything between black-eyed Susans and those really pretty, like, purple flowers or the white daisies and all sorts of flowers back there. I think I've done a couple dried flower resin projects before. Okay, that's curing yet. Let's see here. I do have a pen pack for you guys available too. It's an eye pen pack. These are good for the beads when you're doing it. So I'm gonna. These are solid brass eye pens, EPV 15. They're 1.5 inch. You get 200 pieces for $18. Cart 110. If you need eye pens, grab these. While that's curing there, I kink my head pins or eye pins. It just helps me get like the perfect loop. Prior to, let's do it like this. Not prior to anything. I'm just speaking out of my butt right now. And then I'm gonna twist this in here. Beautiful. Loop. Loop. Loop on one side, and then a loop on the other side. Loop, loop. Let me straighten that out. There we go. And we could do that for sunflower well. The UV light's curing. Give you something else to look at. That's pretty. Yeah, that's very pretty. Oh, when she hand painted the koi and the resin, yeah, that was pretty neat. Okay, we're looking pretty good here. I definitely bubbled out somewhere. And it might have been down here where my resin wasn't fully cured. That's okay because I can essentially clip that off. Whoops, that didn't even happen to me on my first one, so that's a little shocking, honestly. I'm going to pull this tape off. I'm going to cure the bottom of this the rest of the way. And then I'll snip or file off that bordered resin. I think other than that, we're just going to wait on that thing to cure. And then you just loop it onto some chain. Or you can create a cluster pendant with it. You know, whatever the case may be. I think it bubbled out of my head pin hole, maybe. Let me see if I can just clip some of this. It's still a little wet, so I didn't keep it in the light long enough. Yeah, I definitely think that came from my head pin hole, which I can resin the top of my head pin to do that. Hold on. Just get some of that resin so we look beautiful. Okay. There we go. So resin pendant. I just clipped off whatever resin pulled out and we are fixed and beautiful. I don't have one of those, Lisa. I have this thing. This is, gosh, only knows how old this thing is. I mean, it's so old that the whole bottom things, even the mirror parts are starting to peel off. But it's smart if you do have a flashlight UV light because then you can just, you know, turn it on and off. Okay. So that's all for that. Let's do the look quick. And then we'll do the big loot giveaway, I think. Bear with me. Or maybe let's do the big loot giveaway first. And then we'll do the look. Is Uncle Doug ready for the big loot giveaway? I'm gonna bring you on for a sec.
Yeah, I'm ready. Do I have to do anything?
No.
You have some names for YouTube to bring over.
I'll need that, but
I'll send you those.
okay. I don't even have my wheel up. I need to get my wheel up.
Get your wheel of fortune.
Warehouse.
Wheel of warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I sent you the viewers' names from over on YouTube.
Okay.
To include.
Alright. Let me bring those over. You guys know the drill. We're gonna do the big loot giveaway first, and then Then we'll do the look, so whoever wants to head out can head out. If they are just waiting to see if they have won this or not. So there's that. I'm gonna put up the directions quickly while I'm getting the YouTube names copied over. And then I'll grab the Facebook names. Open. I closed out of my Teams on this computer earlier. I forgot I needed it.
Oops, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's not letting me. Microsoft Teams, come on. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to. No, it's not even pulling up. Hold on, ladies. I might just have to.
You want me to just tell you some names?
That would work out, actually.
Cat.
Okay.
Koseja. Lucine retains.
Lucine. Okay.
Janet Dobbs.
Okay.
Melanie Jimenez.
Melanie.
Yep. Jimenez.
I'm just gonna do J. I'm not doing their last names. I'm just putting their last initial in there. All right. Now I'm refreshing my side.
I can't see it. You didn't switch over to it yet.
No, I have to put the names, the Facebook names in there. All right, so 27 people from Facebook would be okay, we have Lucine. I need to sort these by name. Lucine. I need to add Melanie's over here. Melanie. J. Janet Dobbs, I got you, dear. And Lucine and Cat. Cat K. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? Let me switch over here. I need to unplug this so it doesn't pull my other thing. Okay, full screen. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, let's check on Janet. Was it Janet?
Mm-hmm. So Uncle Doug's checking to see if somebody or if Janet has won this within the last, several months.
No, it appears she hasn't.
Amazing, Janet. Good job. You get the Big Loot giveaway today. Love it.
All right, and I get a little doodle. It's kind of a blue cloud.
Huh. That's me.
Does that make sense for you today?
Yeah.
All right.
That's me.
Sorry for the abbreviation on your hyphenation, Janet.
Janet BB.
Congratulations. You get some spring rains. I'm hoping for spring rain.
Yes.
A little bit of sunshine.
Good job, Janet.
So I'm going to come over if you want to just swipe me off and make my way over there.
There we go. Okay. You guys ready for your look? I will try, Pam. Having 4 doggies, you don't get much sleep, especially when they're sick too. And I can't. They're in the kennel all day. I don't like them being in the kennel when I'm home. So it's like lose over there right now. Here we go. There's just a couple items. I'll show you guys. We have those cute butterfly earrings. This way. These are very pretty. Yeah, he could. I don't know if you'd want to see Uncle Doug's his earlobe. It's probably easier to see than mine though, because mine's usually covered with my hair. Sometimes I'm like getting my earrings stuck in there and whatnot. Alright, so butterfly earrings. This is the Black Eyed Susan necklace. Very cute. Over my moon. Move my moon here. Hold on. Well, I was like, it wouldn't normally sit sideways like that. I think it was just caught in my jacket thing. Very pretty. Also would be a very pretty bracelet. Little charmy charms, more centered. Or oh, it's backwards. Go the other way. I'm gonna show you what it looks like as an earring too. Very pretty. I like the earring look a lot too. You can do a super cute matching set with those. Yeah, that's very pretty. I'm gonna put the lighter cuff on. Yeah, there we go. Can definitely see like the copper, the verdigris, and the black. And then the hammered texture really pops in the light there. I do like this bangle a lot. This one's really cool. Don't forget, on orders over $100, I throw a free gift in there, and for every $100 spent after that, you get another gift. So 200, 2 gifts, 400, 4 gifts, so on and so forth. And they're probably going to be like, you can get something like this that I painted during it, or you could get, one of these, one of the resin ones. Lots of different things that you can get for those giveaways, but we try and keep them cute and unique and curated to you. This is that other necklace. I don't know if I made it. Thank goodness, at least it's big enough to throw over my head. I thought that this would be super cute if it was layered with some other things. So that top choker being like the top choker, or put this somewhere in between the low and, you know, whatever high choker you have at the time. I know that's a little hard to see because I'm wearing black with the black moon, but something like that. I think that's all of it though, everybody. Yeah, that looks to be all of it. If I'm forgetting something, just let me know. What does Jean have planned for Friday? Is she still on? I need to read your comments. Ugh, why is... See? My hands! I'm not touching anything. It just keeps... I know, Uncle Doug, I know you can't swap anything because you don't even have the stinking controls over here. Ugh. You guys. I was like, I just need to read some comments. Switch. I'm like, oh gosh. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much for spending time with me today, especially, you know, I do sincerely apologize that I am not as, you know, today, and that the designs were a little more simple this time around, but simplicity doesn't necessarily mean that it's not pretty or gorgeous, and those sunflowers really stood out to me, and the resin work with using the same toned kind of beads towards the flowers to make it match, and then doing that really cool texture on the butterflies. I mean, 2.5 hours, it's pretty good. Typically I'm running around 3 hours, if not a little bit longer, so I think I was right in line today. Looks like Jean and Ainsley will be doing a mini launch of the 2-ounce antiques. You guys, those are the bigger sizes of the paints that you guys have been asking about. Let me see. I thought I had Vintage's comment like right here, but okay. There we go. Friday is a mini launch of the 2-ounce antiques. So that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that, but that is really cool. And they're going to be the essential color sets. There we go. So the 2-ounce antiques in the essential color sets, if I'm understanding correctly, will have a mini launch on Friday. That's pretty cool. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I'm just trying to read all your comments. Do know that I'm reading them all, and I sincerely appreciate you all wishing me well and whatnot. I really do. You presented well today for being as sick as you are. You're one heck of a trooper. Thank you for dragging yourself in when you should be hibernating under the blankets. I love you, Peggy. Okay. I think that's about it, though. I'm not going to keep you guys on here very long. I'm going to bring Uncle Doug back on so he can say bye. Or not. Are you on the phone or texting? Okay. I was like, it looked like you were on the phone there for a second. I was like, oh wait, just kidding. Leave you muted in case you're on the phone.
I actually started to voice text.
Oh really?
Yeah, right when you pulled me up.
All right, that's all we have though. Are you ready to say bye? Because that's the last
I
thing in the
am.
other room. So we will see you guys later. I will try and take care of myself. Don't worry. I'll get some good rest and whatnot, and hopefully I'll be back before you know it. Thank you so much.